is the law enforcement torch run Polar Plunge. And our next guests are working on that event from MDOC, Parole Probation Manager Lisa Hendricks, and from the City of Jackson Police Department, Trent Marcum. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you, and thank you for your service.
Appreciate that.
The law enforcement torch run, the huge support you give Special Olympics, it's unbelievable. All year long you're raising money for Special Olympics. Is the Polar Plunge, is that the biggest fundraiser you guys have? Or is it the torch run itself?
Our Polar Plunge is actually the biggest fundraisers that we have.
Cool. How long have you been involved in helping Special Olympics?
Almost my entire life. I have two sisters that were athletes. I have been involved in LETR for 9 years, which is the group that Trent and I are both involved in that raise money for Special Olympics.
That's awesome. Trent, how long have you been?
I've been with 5 years. Enjoy it. I enjoy seeing the smiles on the athlete's face. It makes all the work worth it.
And I know that they appreciate all that you do because they are going to be participating in the Polar Plunge and they participate in some of the other fundraising activities that you guys stage throughout the year. Well, let's talk about the Polar Plunge. I know people are familiar with it. There's people that will never do it. It sounds like, not a fun thing, jumping into Clark Lake in the middle of January. Have you guys done it?
Yes, it's definitely a fun event, a unique event, but we have law enforcement teams and other companies around the Jackson area contribute, and we raise money and we jump in the freezing water. The fire department's there, they cut out a big block of ice, we jump in and swim as fast as we can out, and it's definitely worth it. It's a fun time.
I think they can use a butter knife to cut out a hole in the ice this year.
Probably, yeah, there's probably not gonna be much ice.
Is it colder? I guess when the difference in the air temperature and the water temperature is greater, is it colder? Is it worse?
It's actually a little bit warmer in the water, actually getting out and feeling the air as we rush to get warm and to come into dry clothes. It's definitely warmer.
Yeah, this guy, he's disagreeing with you.
Yeah, probably won't be jumping in this year.
Now, the brave ones go in like it's summer, but most people, they get in some sort of a theme or costume. What's up with that, Lisa?
A lot of our jumpers do theme in a costume. I personally will not be. I feel like the less clothes I have on, and I don't mean to sound that bad, but shorts, t-shirt is good because I feel
Less
like if
clothing,
you're in a full,
less sticks to you, like that picture.
that would be more.
You'll see the veterans wearing less clothing.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen some of your fellow officers in full uniform.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds.
I'll stick to my t-shirt and shorts.
I think the costumes are a fun way to promote it.
Oh, yeah.
And to get people out. It's good for people that come out and watch it as well. But yeah, I'll be sticking to a shorts and t-shirt this year.
So the fun really, whether you're jumping in the lake or watching, you get really enjoyment from both.
Oh yeah. We hope people come out and get to watch, have fun, grab some food, get some donations, and just have a great time for a great cause.
All right, Trent and Lisa, if you show up in any of these pictures, make sure you mention it. Have we seen it yet? Have you been on any of these shots yet?
Not the ones I've seen yet on here, but
Okay.
I'm sure there's a few photos out there of us. Okay.
Will JPD have a
We have
whole
a team every year. Yep. We raise money and represent Jackson Police Department and helping the cause for local athletes.
That's awesome. And
Yes.
will your probation department have it?
There's 3 of us jumping from my department, and then the MDOC as a whole has a number of teams there. I think there was going to be some competition between officers at RGC and the nursing staff that work at the facility. So those are always fun to see them go back and forth and who can raise the most money.
So that's part of the competition, competing to raise the most money. plus the costumes. That's another.
And there's also incentives that are given out too for certain levels that you raise money. And then yes, lots of people turn it into competitions of who can raise the most money. And
there's awards as well of
Yes.
law enforcement teams, which JPD wins every year for
Oh.
the most raised money for a law enforcement team, and we're gonna take it again this year.
Awesome. Good job. Who else is on the jumping team, Trent?
Chief Elmer Hitt jumps with us. Let's see, you got other officers, Officer Brendan Tripp. We also have family friends jump with us, retiree Officer Mark Smith. And that's all I can think of top of my head, the officers that will be jumping with us.
Do people pledge money to you? Is it how do you raise money?
So we have a website where people can donate to our teams. So people can donate to the Jackson Police Department. And then it goes 100% of the donations go to athletes.
so everybody that's jumping sets up a fundraising page.
Okay.
So then you can share that. The biggest platform is Facebook. So then you can share that on Facebook and put it out there for people to donate to your page, set personal goals, that sort of thing.
I like what you've done. Changed the time to the afternoon. Might be a little warmer,
Yes.
but I think it's it'll be more of a party atmosphere after the plunge late in the afternoon than in the morning.
I agree.
I agree too.
Yeah.
And that includes an event at the Eagle's Nest afterwards,
Yes.
after the jump.
Yep. The plungers, I believe, they raise $100. They get hot dogs,
Yeah.
and the kitchen, the bar is open inside the Eagle's Nest for plungers and spectators.
What's your theme? Do you have a theme this year for what you guys are wearing?
We get shirts made every year. MagTech on High Street is sponsoring us this year, so we get shirts made. This is Jackson Police. Last year we had Jackson Police, Polar Plunge, dive team, just unique t-shirts. We wear, like you said, less clothing is best when jumping in the water.
Now those people deal with magnesium. Maybe they'll make the shirts out of magnesium, and you'll have a hard time getting out of the water.
Yeah, we'll
Probably
pass the
not.
magnesium this year.
What's your?
We don't have one, although one of my jumpers, he was having a hard time getting to the $100 marker, because I'm like, if you at least get to the $100 marker, you get lunch. So I said, just post on your Facebook, share the link that you're going to wear a tutu. And so he did that, and he's up to like 250. So he will be wearing a tutu.
Oh, will
And
people
the-
be able to support? So if you come to watch, will there be a way that you can make a donation on the scene?
Yeah, there's
Absolutely.
donations there, either cash, check, and through Venmo.
Yep.
And there'll be merchandise for sale, and that's a fun event for everyone.
Now, Lisa, as a sister of Special Olympics athletes, what does it mean to the athletes? How important is the polar plunge? What does the fundraising do for the athletes?
It helps with sending them to the games so that it's at no cost to their families with training, equipment, and that's the good stuff. That's the good side of having family that's special needs, is they're part of an environment of their peers, where that's not always the case. And they get to compete on a level with their peers and feel like they're equal to possibly their siblings or other family members.
And with the pandemic, there was a hold on the competitions for, I think, was it both 2 years? So
Yeah,
they're anxious to get back out there.
Yes, last year was the first year we able to host, or Special Olympics of Michigan was able to host the Summer Games at Central Michigan University, and we're looking forward again this summer.
Will there be like an overall champion of the polar plunge, one of the teams that raises the most money, or
They have different categories for like individual, for team, school teams. We've tried to push this out to the colleges to get the college kids to come out and join us. So there's different categories for top plungers.
Do you need volunteers for the event or just jumpers?
I think we're okay on volunteers. I'm making my kids come and help out, and a couple of my friends are actually coming. So I think we're good. We can always use the support, the jumpers, or if they want to just come out and observe and see what we do, then that's great as well.
So for those that want to go out and watch the parking, there's a situation with the parking.
Last year, our understanding is it wasn't an issue. There is an overflow lot, and that is going to be open, but they are confident that the parking should be fine this year.
Okay, great. So come watch the plunging, and you don't have to be in law enforcement, you don't have to be in corrections. Anyone can be
No.
a plunger.
Yep.
And you don't even need a team, you can just be you.
You can just
You
be
can be
you.
you. Yep.
Okay. All right, well, let's get a great turnout for the 2023 Polar Plunge. Thanks for all the work you guys are doing and for being willing participants.
Thank you for having us. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We'll have camera crews out there looking for you guys.
All right.
All right. From the Polar Plunge and the Law Enforcement Torch Run, helping Special Olympics, from Michigan Department of Corrections, Probation Manager Lisa Hendricks, and from the City of Jackson Police Department, Trent Marcum. We've got more on our